Welcome. Good evening. Good morning. Good afternoon. Welcome to Mystic Moons. Let's call the spirits in this one. Today, we're going to explore celebrity world. So, hop on board our space shuttle, buckle up, because we're going to go to the tumultuous world of Kim Kardashian. To my subscribers who are joining me, thank you. Welcome aboard for a trip that we're going to explore something that is kind of intriguing. And to those who aren't subscribers, hi, how are you? I hope you enjoy this little adventure. And if you have any comments, of course, to all people, please leave a comment. And if you haven't joined, please think about joining. Mystic Moons tries to stay a little ahead of the curve and explore in the box, out of the box, around the box. Topics, things that are in our faces, things that we maybe should think about. Well, anyway, let's get on that plane shuttle and scootle off to Kim's planet, Kim Kardashian's planet. What's up with Kim? I mean, she's been divorced for a number of years now, right? And she has quite successful businesses going. She has her family, which is very supportive, her sisters, her brother, her army of drivers and stuff like that. But yet, it seems like Kim is not quite happy. She's not quite happy. I mean, she's not remarried. To my knowledge, she doesn't have or to the public's knowledge, not my knowledge, to the public's knowledge, she hasn't come out with like, this is my, new boyfriend, my new husband, or anything. However, she's like, she's being the unicorn she is and just strutting ahead and doing her thing, which is commendable. However, let's see, why lately, you wonder, why lately does Kim dress like Ye's current wife, Bianca? What is with her attraction for Ye's wife, Ye West's wife? She's copying, she's mirroring her every day that goes by, every week that goes by. She's morphing into, hey, Bianca, check me out. I look good too. But it's more than that. I mean, Bianca's like, she's in her late 20s, and Kim is in her couple decades or 15 years older or so, something like that. And now, granted, Kim looks great. She looks great. And she has a very determined kind of registered look about her. Whereas Bianca still looks like a deer in the middle of the road, deer in the headlights look. However, she's very calculating. Now, we know that Bianca seems to be two flame. Is Kim kind of like getting attracted to, I see no attraction towards her former husband. I mean, that's like over and done with. But towards his wife, I mean, they're twinning each other, and it's with full participation of Kim. So I'm going to do a read today and see if Kim is attracted to Bianca. Does Kim want to get in between the relationship on the girly side or something? I mean, yeah, the step parents to her children and stuff like that, very close relationship. But since when does wife number one and wife number two start dressing alike and in such a unique, eccentric style? That's different. You have to admit. Hi, how are you? You have to admit that's kind of different. And I'm not talking about exercising or having the body for it, because you don't have to show everything you have to all 24/7. You don't have to. But there's something going on between these two women. So let's see if Kim is having a secret crush Does she have a secret crush on Bianca? Does she? Maybe. I mean, why else would you flatter them by like, she's not doing it better. She's doing it her way. She's sending a message. Now, what is this message? What do you think the message is? I mean, I'm curious. What is Kim's motivation in turning on and turning into, she's not turning into, she's not morphing into her. She's attracting. She says, hey, babe, look at us together. We look hot, right? And then there's Ye, who couldn't get enough garments on him. I mean, he does everything but walk out with the comforter, the bed comforter. He does everything. He covers himself so much. I mean, he could be, raincoat man. Isn't there something about like somebody walks out with a raincoat and they have nothing? Some guy walks out with a raincoat and he has nothing underneath. I mean, it's almost to that degree. I mean, of course, he wouldn't do that, but I'm just saying the analogy. What is with those two women? And obviously, they have a lot more similarities than they have dissimilarities, right? They do. So let's see. Now, is Kim trying to woo Bianca? All right, let's just see. All right, we're going to do just a 4-card read and see if Kim is wooing. Does she want to tell Ye, get out of the way because your wife attracts me, or like we look, wife number 1 and wife number 2 do not need husband number 1, or the only husband. I mean, Kim is a wealthy woman in her own right, so it's not a question of money. It's interesting. Now, okay, we have these 4 cards here, and we're going to get a hint to see if Kim is. Hi, how are you, Lorna? Yeah, we're just going to see if Kim is trying to get it closer together to Bianca. I mean, closer. Oh, we have upside downs, I think. Yeah. Let's turn this up. I don't know. Let's turn this up, this up, this up. Okay. Well, we have the 7 of Wands. Now, first of all, that could be contentious. Like, you would almost think she says, like, even though you're younger than me, I look better than you in these clothes. But I don't think Kim is quite that petty. She has some kind of plan in mind. She has a plan. So it's kind of maybe she's trying to confuse Ye because she's copying Bianca. So it's to create an atmosphere. We got that. This is the atmosphere. The atmosphere is tense. I would say the fact that she wears these things is making the atmosphere a little hot and heavy. Hot and heavy. And it's a sneaky approach. We have the 7. Okay, we have the 7 of Wands, which is like, heat up the atmosphere, make it tense. And then we have the 7 of Swords, which is not a direct approach, but a kind of sly look. Like, it's not you pass me up for that type of thing in Kim's mind to Ye, but rather, hey, Bianca, we and you and me. Perhaps it could be that way. Perhaps. It's a sly way of saying, what do we need Ye for? Since he's already said Ye is a lousy parent, and he's not around with the kids that much, the 4 children of Kim's, and it's kind of been broadcasted that way. I don't know what the truth is because, I'm not there. And look at this. We have the Sun, an affirmation that she is hot for Bianca. Bianca's probably more interesting. Do you think that Kim, after all this time, is going towards Two Flame Bianca? Now, we know that Bianca's Two Flame. That is obvious. But is Kim like jumping on the wagon? Is Kim jumping on the wagon? She has nothing to lose. And look at that. She's sending a definite message. The Knight of Swords. She's sending a definite message as to, hey, Bianca, What do you think? Want to go out together? Want to get closer? We could twin together. What do you think that would do? We don't need yay. uh, there's something going on. So let's look at this. Let's look at this tense one first. This Seven of Wands. Let's look at this atmosphere. What's it really building up in there? Is it like making like a distracting? Yay! It's a distraction for sure. Now, I mean, if I got married and let's say my ex-spouse was like copying my present spouse and making, making a big deal out of it, that would like make me think about something. All sorts of thoughts. Anybody would, right? Anybody. So here, let's see now. What kind of what is she trying to stir up? Let's just take two cards. Let's take two cards here. Let's dive into this nut house relationship. It is kind of nutty. I mean, thank goodness. Well, we know what's happening. I mean, people on college campuses have been copying Ye West's wife style. If you've noticed, if you've been on campus lately, our campus. Well, we have the Four of Swords, and we have the Nine of Cups. I would say that it's definitely trying to agitate the current relationship of Ye and Bianca. It's definitely, and we have the Four Swords, the weight, and we have the presentation. She's planning something. Kim is planning something. She's got a program in mind. A program in mind. She does. And she's just waiting for all the pieces to fit together. And part of that is saying, like, we're twinning Bianca. Twinning. She's just having fun. Kim's having fun. And so let's see what this is. Now, we know what the sneaky way of doing it. But let's look at this sun. Is this a good sun or is this a shitty sun? Let's just see. Is this a sun that's like going to create mischief? Going to create discourse? It's not harmonious because this is not a harmonious thing. Those two are like, I mean, there's no way you can say my ex-husband is like, that doesn't have anything to do with our children, and I'm copying his present wife. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. It just does not. She's agitated. Of course, she's agitated. I mean, you don't have, look at this. Here we have the marriage card, and we have the if card, the I'm not so sure, for the maybe the doom, the pre-doom. She's definitely trying to strike at their marriage, because here we have this is one of like being sneaky and being devious. This is a devious son. This is like trying to get at his marriage and to make it doomed. Hello, how are you? Hi, Tyler. Yeah, she definitely is trying to, like, when you're trying to get you first cut open a pie, getting that first piece out without having it all crumbly. If you made it yourself, especially, it could be extra crumbly. But she seems to have that the mood. She seems to be trying to like get herself wedged in the relationship, and maybe she already has, because she's getting a lot of press, and she shows no. Kim is showing no. What do you call it? No hint of slowing down. She's into it. She is into showing Bianca a thing or two. And the thing or two is, what is this message? Let's look. We know it's sneaky. We don't have to like, we know Kim enough that we don't have to like, she's not going to come up front and say, hey, babe. She's not going to come up front like that. She's going to like work on it slowly, like, like giving a massage. You don't start off right, like stamping on somebody's back. You start slowly if you want to arouse them in a certain manner or make them pay attention or something. You want to get under the skin. And she's trying to get under that relationship's skin. Why should he when we can? And could be working. She's working her stuff. But Kim has always worked her stuff. Hello. She's always worked her stuff. We know that. And that's the key to her success. And then now we've all seen everything, right? So walking around like you're in the Garden of Eden when you're not in the Garden of Eden, realities takes a lot. It's more risque than safe, no matter how much bodyguards, etc. So let's see this Knight of Swords. Okay, let's do it. All right, we have this card. Now, what is this message? This one wants to come out, but no. Let me see. What kind of message is Kim telling Bianca? Okay, we have these three things right here. Okay, let's flip them. Well, oh, look at that. Well, she's trying to say, well, the King of Pentacles, we both know everybody's loaded in that threesome, especially Ye and Kim. Well, and as Ye's wife, everybody's loaded. So we have the King of Pentacles, and then we have this regret, and then we have this Four of Cups. We have a weight and we have sorrow. We have a weight, and could Kim be sorrowful? Nah. Could she be like, maybe she's trying to make Bianca say that like she made a mistake. She could, do better. She could she's trying to gnaw at Bianca. This message. She's not finished. She's not finished with what she's going to do. This is just the first part of Kim's strategy to break up Ye's relationship. Could be. Look at that. She's on full steam ahead. And there's something about how many people dress in leotards and tights and with high heels? Or just, a tight? Not many. And we do know that Kim's up to something because that's what she does. And she does it very well, at least in her mind. So I think that she's trying to woo her to, number one, get even with West. And she honestly probably has curio about Bianca. A curio, a strong curio. And nothing would stab, even though, I'm sure Wes is as kinky as hell. That kind of wife one and wife two together would kind of be newsworthy, wouldn't it? It would be newsworthy. But the emotional impact, it would be deep too. So we'll just have to watch and see. But it seems like there's something going on, and Kim is she's riding this car. And Bianca is a happy passenger. I would say Bianca is she's flattered. And yeah, he probably has all these fantasies, but so what? It's Kim riding the show. All right. So anyway, that's what I see for that. I definitely see that Kim is wooing, I'm going to use that loosely, Bianca. So if anybody, what do you think out there? Do you think that she is? What do you think? Do you think she's actually, sending an invitation? I guess we'll just have to watch and see as articles come in and out. But Bianca is definitely getting herself a lot of influence Everybody knows her name. And she's not going to have to sit over a drawing table and knock out buildings for Mars colonization or anything. I'm sure she won't have to do that. That's nice. All right. So I'm going to say thank you much, and let's leave Kim to her wild ways. Kim, we'll be looking. We'll be looking. If that's what you like, pray for, and that's going to make your family happy, go for it. Who am I? Who is anyone to say what's going on in your life? Anyway,